Hi everyone, this is Antonio Muñiz with Legal Shield Business Solution. I'm also the chairperson or chairman of the center of the Lease Group program of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Metro Orlando. And today I have the unbelievable treat and pleasure to be connected with my friend, my business partner, my referral partner, the one and only Arnaldo Leon. Arnaldo, how are you today, sir?
Well, Antonio, first of all, thank you for the invitation. It is a pleasure to be here with you, talking to many other people in the community, in the Hispanic community, and the Central Florida community. As you were saying, I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic. Yesterday, we had a major success event. It was amazing. Do you want me to continue talking about it?
Well, I think everybody should know. Yeah, I think everyone should know because you did have a great event, and thank you for inviting me to be part of it. Tell everyone what it was all about.
Well, first of all, for those that missed the event was the 2020's done, time for 2021, crush your goal and have some fun. It was an event that it was presented to me by one of our members, Mr. Manny Acosta. It was something that when he laid that awesome idea on my plate, I just had to say, let's go for it, and upon that, we created an event committee, which is something that I'm gonna say that maybe it is new within the list group because not every list group has that initiative to maybe just say, you know what, let's create another committee within our the group. So we did that, and we basically had most of the members. Basically, I'm gonna say all of the members. They were part of that group, and because of that, we were able to have a major success event. At some point when we started on the 2020 with the virus, it was something that, because at that time it was when I first started to being the president of the group. So when I started seeing like everything was going down, the engagement was like, was very low. People were not feeling, having like a reason to connect every week as we do normally. So it was a bit of challenge, but when this idea came to us, and obviously we had to make it happen. And when we shared the idea, what, let's be the first group from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to make an event in person. I know it sounds challenging, but hey, let's go for it and let's go all in. Obviously, it was an effort of teamwork. Without our the members, that event was not able to happen.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting a couple of things. Number one, what is a lease group? I think that maybe not everyone knows what a lease group is, and number two, what a challenging effort, what a challenging project it turned out to be to do what you have done and your team has done so early in 2020, 2021. Sorry, after the year we've had, right? So
Yes.
you became the president of the Lake Nona Lease Group last year. I became the chairman of the lease group program last year. I mean, it couldn't be a
Right.
more challenging year to become a leader of anything, right?
I know,
Even
I
the
know.
leader of your family. So it's or a better leader of your family, right? But let's catch everybody up. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Metro Orlando is the largest chamber of commerce in Central Florida. Not note that it's not the largest Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. It's the largest Chamber of Commerce, period. It so happens to be a Hispanic Chamber. And one of the big programs for me, the marquee or the signature program of the Chamber is the lease group program. Now, the lease group program is comprised of 11 lease groups across the enterprise, across the footprint service area of the Chamber, of which Lake Nona Lease Group is one of them. And it happens to be one of the highest performing lease group. And it also happens to be one of the newest. So there's a lot of great things happening in Lake Nona, and thank God you're the leader there because you're doing some great things. So think about all the challenges of 2020 and meeting virtually on a weekly basis with your team members, with your referral partners, and then having this idea that 2021, February 2021, we're gonna set a target to have a live event, an in-person event. And what a great event it was, taking into account that, yes, people were wanting to do this, but it was on your leadership shoulders to make it a safe environment, to make it an environment that is still good for business,
Yes.
and an environment where people can connect, learn, and grow. So, congrats on that. Tell us more about what that event was about, what your intentions were, or what your goals were with the event, and did you actually get what you were looking for?
Well, since you asked one of the questions first, was about what is a list group.
Yeah.
So a list group basically is a non-competitive environment where you get together with a lot of professionals from different industry. So, and what I mean about that is that there is no competition. So we're gonna have one person from one service or industry representing what they do. So, but in the same way, once we get together, we are presenting and talking about our businesses with the purpose of referring each other. So, and one of the things that Gabi said, the president of the Hispanic Chamber at the event, was that if you join the list group just to receive leads, then it's not gonna work for you because it is a two-way street. So you have to join with the purpose of giving and receiving. But
Yeah.
if you just join because I got a great product and people are gonna just send it my way, maybe at first people will do that, but once they start to, understand how you do business, but you're gonna run out of luck. So, and talking about the event,
Hmm.
well, the event, obviously, we were very concerned. We were like, "Whoa, we are gonna do it." We started and we ain't quitting. So obviously, at first, we were like, "Hey, you know what? If we get 40 people, 50 people, we're gonna be happy." But
Right.
you know what? The event, I'm not a machine, but I think that I saw like 100 or something people. So, and we were like, wow, amazing. Like this really happened. And what's the best of all is that it happened at a new location that just opened in Lake Nona, Excel Soccer World. So obviously the owner, Kira McCardo, I know that when he saw that event, he saw the power of the chamber, and because of that, I know that he already is about thinking about joining. And you know what? Maybe next week or maybe the other one, we're gonna be going over there again to close him, to bring him on board, maybe to join the chamber or the group. Who knows? Because most of us has kids, and have kids. So, or if not, there is a section for adults, so we can also give it a try and work out. But the intention was to attain people new businesses, and guests, and we did that. Something that I was that I had the pleasure to do was to connect a lot of people, and it was like that feeling like, hey, how are you? This is John, this is Doe, you know and after 1 minute I was like, I got nothing to say, so hey, continue, I'm out. you
It was
know
great. I'll tell you, it was great and a great environment. I think for multiple reasons. One of them is people were ready to do business. People were there with a positive mindset to do business and connect with new people. That's number one. The second thing what made it really effective is that, yeah, we have to be safe, and that was the number one priority. Make sure that everyone is safe. Everyone was wearing a mask. Everyone kept a 6 foot minimum distance. And the reason that we were able to still have that many people there is because it was a humongous indoor soccer field.
yeah.
Okay, so it couldn't have been a better combination. And the CEO, Mr. McCurdle, what a great person to have as a keynote speaker and talk about the inner workings of his businesses, because he
Yes.
owns multiple businesses and he's a top CEO in the Central Florida area. not because I say it or you say it, but because the Orlando Business Journal called him so.
That's true.
So he's had great success, and he made time for us to also connect, learn, and grow, connect with more businesses in the area. So because he wants to grow, his aspiration, one of his aspirational goals was that 50 of these locations. Okay, he's got two. So it definitely was a great environment to have a growth mindset, connect with some really cool people, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So did you achieve the goals that you wanted as a lease group, president? The goals that you have for this event, did you achieve that?
Yes, yes, and and we received more than we were expecting. We had two non-members that we invited to participate as sponsors. Once they saw that, at the end, they were coming to me like, "Hey, where do we sign to join?" You know, we brought that same day two new members. Also from our group, I know that there are four leads already. That same day they were, confirming for an appointment for next week. So it it wasn't only just a networking, it
Right.
was more of that. So we had a great time, major success in event, performance, and building that relationship, that trust, because obviously not because we are under the Hispanic Chamber or because we are doing the event at Excel means that we are gonna receive all the success. Everything falls into our personality, our integrity, how we put ourselves out there. And I gotta say, it was amazing,
It
everything
was.
from the beginning to the end, the level of energy was always high.
I agree with you, and that's not easy to do in a space that big, right?
No,
Because you got people everywhere. I mean, you have 100 people in a small room is different than 100 people in a soccer field. You
yeah,
know, two soccer fields. So
that's true.
it was amazing. Congrats again on that. I see that one of our friends, Elizabeth Ortiz, Liz Ortiz, she's making a few comments on our broadcast. Good to see her. She's an amazing leader. She has an amazing organization, Kim Business Solutions. She's a member of the lease group, of the Central Orlando Lease Group, and a member of the chamber. And wanted to give her a shout out because she does her team does amazing work in helping small businesses keep their numbers straight and know exactly where they're standing financially. So I
That's true.
wanted to give a
I
shout out
second
to
that
her.
too. I
Yeah,
second
yeah.
that.
So you've given a lot of our friends a lot of things to think about. We talked a little bit about the chamber, how important it is to be connected to an organization like ours. We talked about how the lease groups make a difference in the growth of our small businesses and large businesses across Central Florida and beyond. Tell me why. What do you think? Why do you think? Why do you believe that every business owner should be A, connected to the chamber, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and B, specifically connected to the Lake Nona Lease Group?
Well, that is a very simple question. So, and for that, as I mean, in my group, yes, I am a leader, but as all the other groups, we have to follow, the next level of the chain. So, you are a great leader. So, you are a person that always keep everyone motivated and looking at the goal. Hey, this is the goal. We have to get it. How do we get it? You also show us the way. And above you, we have also Gabi. And one of the things that Gabi said was about the three pillars that are very important to the Chamber of Commerce. And they are first, commerce, something very important. We have to understand why we are here, why we are doing business in the chamber or in the list group. Then we have coaching, and then we have community building. And I will say that on our event we had all three.
I
So
agree.
yeah, and and that was something that when she said that, then I was like, so we are doing everything over here. So and it is amazing. So and for that reason only, hey, join the Chamber of Commerce.
Mhm.
Definitely join the Chamber of Commerce. And if you are or want to join the Lake Nona area, you know, join my group. But as I mentioned early, it is a non-competitive environment. So you can send me a message and tell me more about what do you do to understand if if we have an open space. If not, I'm gonna be able to put you in the right direction because not because right now maybe a certain industry is occupied means that there is no or any opportunity in the future. You know, time time goes by and people change. So at some point they lose interest or maybe they have a lot of work, and because of that they cannot join the group. Then hey, I'm gonna be calling back all those persons that were interested in my group in being part of it. So the Lake Nona list group right now, I think it was in on their quarter or something like that. But we made 2 million in referral, so $2 million in referral. So that is great, and that was only during 2020, the most challenging year, and still we make that happen. So the good thing is that we were able to adapt. You know, 2020 was something that no one was expecting, so we were able to adapt quick to using Zoom. Where I gotta say I was a rookie. I didn't understand like okay, how do I host? How do I put the screen? It took us like maybe a month just to understand the platform, but
Mhm.
we made that happen. And once you see that everyone has that same courage, like what, we ain't stopping. Let's move forward. And that is, I guess that is what you need in every group. That leadership, that commitment to hey, this happened, so what are we going to do now? How are we going to move forward? And from there, let's plan all together and provide solutions because we are all in this together. So there are plenty of reasons of why to join a chamber, but first you have to understand why you want to do that.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, this is a great environment if your goal is to grow. It's a great
Yes.
environment if one of your goals is to connect with other people who also want to grow. And it's a great environment for someone who wants to add value to that community, right?
Yes.
We talk about you mentioned the three pillars of the chamber, which is commerce, coaching, and community. Commerce is what we're here for. That's number one. Will always be number one. We need to get better. To do better, we need to get better. So that's what coaching, personal and professional development, is one of the three pillars of the chamber. And then community is not community service. It's
Yes.
building a community of successful entrepreneurs where we
Yes.
collaborate. That's what the lease group program on each lease group has a category exclusive or industry exclusive model that if in a lease group, you're not going to run into six bankers and five realtors. It's going to be one banker, one realtor. So everyone is making a commitment to connect, learn, and grow. Connect to one another in a meaningful way. Learn with and through each other. Okay, that coaching piece, and
Mhm.
accelerate the growth of all of our businesses together. So that's what makes it so much fun and so productive. Congrats on the
Yeah.
results of 2020. I mean, the fact that you were able to generate $2 million in economic development. It's amazing, and it's a testament of the work that you do. And in fact, I just saw another one of our friends, Tom Martinez, the great Tom Martinez.
Oh yes.
Shout out! He's a member of the Lake Nona Lease Group, and he's a pretty amazing guy. So, Arnaldo, anything else you want to share with everyone before we part?
Well, as a professional and a business connector, I'm here for everyone. Anyone that wants to get connected, in the area, I'm definitely going to assist you or anyone in however I can. Obviously, I don't know it all, but hey, with a knock on the door, we can make things happen.
That's right. We don't know it all, but we can find out who knows it all,
Yeah,
correct? When there's
that's
enough
true.
people that want to do well, enough people that want to serve others, and like Liz said, be intentionality is a key success factor. And I wanted to let everyone know, the chamber doesn't pay us to do this. I'm not paid by the chamber. Arnaldo is not paid by the chamber. We have our own businesses,
That's
and
true.
because of that, I want to make sure that we all understand that Arnaldo and his wife, they have an amazing company here in Orlando. They're based out. They have one in Puerto Rico, and they expanded to Florida a couple of years ago. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Yes.
And is COD Protection Services. So if you or anyone that has a business that needs to understand what security services that they need and require to maintain either the workforce, the facilities, the inventory, secure, whether you need patrolling security, whether you need armed guards, unarmed security. If you just have questions about security, Arnaldo is an amazing resource for that. He's a security consultant. I call him a security expert. So anything related to security, that's who you want to talk to, Arnaldo Leon or COD Protection Services. We're going to make sure that everyone has your contact information below this video, so they can reach out to you for that, and they can reach out to you to learn more about the Lake Nona Lease Group. All right, my
Definitely.
friend. Well, listen, I appreciate you making time for me. I know we're always running. We're running and gunning. It's like football, right? I'm running and gunning. And
Yes, we are.
but we're having fun along the way. We're connecting the right people to the right opportunities. And I'll tell you, last year was not a great year for a lot of people, but I'll be honest, it was a great year for me. And not on the emotional side, maybe, right? We all go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
different things,
I
but
understand.
business grew, and the things that we learned. You said earlier, you may not have been an expert on technology in March of last year, but you are today.
That's true.
You are today. So we can't go back. I tell people, do not think of going back to normal. That you should stop saying back, and you should stop saying normal.
Yeah,
What we need to do is bring the skills and the gifts of the last 12 months into today, so we can build a better future for our families, a better future for our businesses, and of course our community. So another once again, thank you for making the time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you as a friend, and as a professional, and
thank you.
as the amazing leader that you are. So thanks again, brother.
No, thank you, Antonio. Thank you for inviting me and discussing about how great it is to be a member of the chamber.
Fantastic. Well, listen, make sure you connect with Arnaldo. You're going to have his contact information down below. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Antonio.